time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it for FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. Want the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Got me back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. How I give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a, in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mommy, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our fire fin you.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Now Jones. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line,
he's by himself. Keenan Allen, the 20, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Tannehill finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, here's Tannehill. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Stills the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now Gordon on first down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Go.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Tannehill. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dime. Quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They're going to look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And it's fielded at the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They go play action here on 1st down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Deep, deep. Go, go.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill, escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go up top over the... This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. He spins free. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, 20.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Horton. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is recovered by the Chargers. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Horton. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Tannehill now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Tannehill finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he is all the way up past the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Allen's got it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
10 more there and another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play. Back to throw again. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Weber. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Jones. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hurry up, here we go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
He'll look to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So now here come the Dolphins. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Weber. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Weber, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Weber. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bailey able to knock it through. And their lead will swell up to 28. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw. Weber. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not.